Buddha. What's going on, Juco?
Hey, 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 we back, we back, yep, we back, we back, we back, we back, we back, we back. How y'all doing this morning, man? Today is my mom's birthday. So you know we gotta do it big today and trade and do a wonderful job within the markets if it presents itself, right? But I hope you all are doing good on today. I hope you all are feeling great and ready to get the day started. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and move to the charts because we got about 26 minutes until market open. I just hope y'all feeling good. Let's go. All right. Let's go ahead and get started here to see what we have going on, what's happening, what's taking place within the markets, what news do we have? Do we have news on today? Let's take a look real quick to see what we have on today, which is no news. We have no news on today. And we see the market is a little bit above midnight open. It's having a retracement right now of what's happening and what's taking place. So it's reacting. If you're taking a look at this on the 1 minute, it's reacting off of this 1 minute fair value gap of what we have here. Right. So if I was to show this to you real quick, we're reacting right here off of this fair value gap. And price is pulling down. As of right now. So let's go ahead and do our due diligence and get the show shared. Let's go back to the 1 minute though, real quick. I want to see something. Yep. So we're just trading off of this FVG here, looking at the 1 minute chart on MES. And so let's go ahead and get this shared out for today. I hope you all are ready. And go back and look. If you did not get the chance, go back and look at if you go to our YouTube page and go to our videos, we have a playlist where you could go and see highlights of trades it is that we took. You could go back and review the lives, and then you can also watch videos of what we've doing. We've been doing a masterclass series on investing. You should go and tune in and watch that. And we're also doing a series on how to be able to secure $1,000, right? To be able to have as far as emergency savings and investing is concerned. The fastest way to be able to save that capital to get you there, right? Things you got to cut back on, things you got to make some sacrifices on. So we do have that as well. And we'll be releasing another video on that too today. So let's go ahead and get our live shared this morning. Uh-oh, turn this down. Let's get our live shared out this morning. Okay. All right. So we had a show shared out for today. We're ready to be able to get started. So let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. We see the market is retracing back a little bit. We are in this bearish and somewhat of this bearish order block here. Right? If you go up to the 15, taking a look at it from the 15, and here we are here. We are above midnight open, which is still good. So I just want to see how this thing plays itself out. We're going to drop down to the 5 minute to be able to see if we can have a better idea. So as long as we stay above midnight open, there's opportunities for us to be able to look for longs here and take out buy side. We got buy side liquidity sitting right here. And here's your buy side, right? So with this liquidity that's sitting here, this what makes this buy side right over here, right? So breaking this order block, taking out buy side liquidity, and if we continue to go up, right, our initial targets would be us targeting previous month right here. So that's at 76.48. 76.48. So we will be looking there. Let's see what else we have going on for us right here. Get a relaxing mood going on this morning. How y'all feel? I'm feeling pretty good. One thing I did want to do, let me go ahead and open up and be ready on Trinivate here. Let's go ahead and log in. All right. And let's log in here. Go ahead and be set for today. Then we'll do our run of what's going on in indices. All right, so we're logged in, ready to go, ready to play some trades. And let's just do an assessment of the market overall so far. So I'm gonna switch here to our futures market. Let's start with gold, taking a look at gold. Gold looking very bullish on this morning. Beautiful move on gold. Still can see our overall assessment on gold. Moving to the daily chart. Look at that recovery on support of what happened with gold. Here, I'm gonna slide this over and open it up a little bit more so you all be able to see it. Look at that recovery after losing support and recovered and found support again right here on gold. Looking pretty strong on the daily. Do we have more room potentially to trend lower? It's possible, but right now, market is looking pretty strong for gold. Silver is still trying to make its way to break back above. Once it lost support, and you already know what we say, what was once support becomes resistance. So it lost support here, and you see it's just been getting rejected right here below our trend line, and price is pushing a little bit lower. Silver was bullish on yesterday though. It was bullish on yesterday. Let's take a look at YM. For some reason, man, like YM on the daily looks so much more cleaner than MES, MNQ. It's just, for some reason, we just have not been trading YM this month, nor last month. We didn't even trade it last month. See, look at this. YM. Let's take a look at Bitcoin this morning. Last I saw, Bitcoin was trying to crack above 64K. Bitcoin futures is now at 63,455 with a slight pullback. Do it have some room to continue higher? Absolutely. It could look out to come out, take out these relative equal highs here at around 64,900. So this will be key area I will keep my eye on for some buy side liquidity to be taken out right here. And then perhaps you may get a move lower. Or that may just be the high there, right? Taking a look at MNQ this morning. Sell side delivered on last night. Look at that. Wow. This was yesterday. I'm sorry. Deep pullback. Recovered about 50%. Pull back again. So our initial bias on today, even when I take a look at NQ, I don't have one. Even when I take a look at MES, right? When I take a look at MES, I want to be bearish on today. We are above 50% level and above midnight open right now currently. You can see our trade from yesterday. This was by far one of our hardest trades ever. Our trade on yesterday. This was by far one of our hardest trades ever. But we persevered, sat through it, and it literally hit our target, both of our target points on yesterday. Look at that. We got out of the trade here once it swept previous week high, and it retraced back about 50%. And all of a sudden, it just went all the way back to 7602, which was a key level of what we marked out, which became previous day high for us today. We had that level marked out. We should have re-entered back into the trade around 1:45 and did PM session, and we would have been able to make that too as well. But we didn't. It's all good. You know, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But so far, I don't have one this morning. What we could get is this here, and this is what I'm seeing of what we could possibly get here, is a move on buy side. You get the manipulated move, taking out buy side, sweeping previous week high, taking out previous day high, and coming back on like a Judas swing. coming here and taking out previous day low. I, that's what I'm feeling like this morning. So it would look something like this from where we are. The manipulated move here, right? Catching orders, but coming back and delivering here. Looking for something that's like this. Let's bring our fib back. I didn't want to get rid of that. I wanted to get rid of this here. There we go. Get rid of guy right here. And so this is why I said we will be coming to take that out, because look, if I pull this all the way here to this 100% level, that's a target. And that's a draw on liquidity right here. This is our next liquidity pool of what's been sitting here since on yesterday, right? And we still haven't taken that level out yet. That could be the next draw on liquidity here. So we're looking for a retracement back to buy side, sweeping previous week high, previous day high, and coming back here to 75.38. That's my initial play for today. That's what I'm looking for on today. Now, will it deliver? Who knows? All we can do is trade with the market, correct? That's all we can do is trade with the market. So let's go ahead and take a look at our macro analysis and on our newsletter. For those of you who did not get an opportunity to see it on yesterday, here's a chance again for you to see it today. I do advise you to sign up. You know what? Prior to us doing this, let me go ahead and drop the sign up link right here in the chat. Let's go ahead and do that now, first thing. Because this is something that's valuable, right? And you get it for free. How many of you like free things? When you get something for free, you get to see me trade for free, right? Where people charge you thousands of dollars. So you get an opportunity to be able to learn a skill set for free. And you're able to get some macro analysis for free, right? You get some macro analysis for free. So let's go ahead and drop this here. Be able to get you all started. And I do advise you to go back and take a look at, if you did not get a chance, go back and take a look at our video of what we did on yesterday. You have to. Dominating the ES. You're going to like that. You're going to learn a lot in that video. All right, so we grabbed this here for our newsletter. Getting ready to drop the link in the chat for you. There's the link posted right there in the chat for you. I'm gonna go ahead and pin this. There you go. So you have access to the newsletter. I went on ahead and pinned that for you. So you could go ahead and sign up so that you could be able to get the newsletter, this macro newsletter. I'm telling you, it is very important for you to be able to grab this. And the reason for that is because look at the trade of what we took on yesterday. How did we know to take this trade on yesterday? How did we know we was coming to previous week high and taking out 7602? If you go back and watch our live on yesterday, you would see where we marked these targets specifically and we traded them accordingly on yesterday. But there was something that we knew that was within our newsletter that gave us that. And I'm going to show it to you today so you could be able to see how powerful our newsletter is. So this is what we was looking for on yesterday, right? Our core strategic pillars as it pertains to indices as a whole, right? As a whole, news headlines trigger retail emotional bias, creating highly predictable buy side and sell side liquidity pools for algorithmic institutions to hunt. So we knew the hunting spree was on yesterday as far as pulling to liquidity. That's why it was very slow, but very predictable too, also at the same time. But there was something that was key for us. And what was key for us was this right here. The US dollar index and the sovereign yields. The dollar index operates as a primary global liquidity barometer. The inverse correlation between the US dominance and risk assets remain historically robust. When the dollar sweeps long-term buy-side liquidity structures and shift market structures to the downside on a daily, weekly framework, a strong pro-risk tailwind is generated for equity, futures, and digital assets. So we go back and we take a look at the DXY within these key moments here. You're going to see a pullback. Uh-oh. Now, what was everybody saying was in correlation during this time frame? Like, what was everyone saying that was in correlation? It was oil and NQ, right? If oil was rallying up, NQ was rallying down. If oil started rallying down, it was reversed. NQ started rallying up. But who's the more dominant of them all? And this is why you have to go back and watch the video of what we did, that the dollar is king. The dollar is more dominant overall. So as the dollar, if we go back to the daily, when the dollar was on its surge to come back to these relative equal highs of what was created back in May of 2025 here, indices started to pull back, right? Everyone, we was pulling back from all-time highs because the dollar started surging, becoming very strong. Now, once we was able to come and take out these relative equal highs here, we see a pullback on the dollar trying to find some structure here, right? Taking a little bit of a breather, if you ask me. And as it's taking this breather here, what happened on yesterday? The pullback was here, so we went long on ES. And when we went long on ES, where did we go and what we target? Previous week high, which became our new previous day high. And we was able to get that trade on yesterday. Beautiful. So if you have macro intel, data is what I like to call it. Whoever has the best data in the game is the one who wins. Yeah, that's the reason why you have to go and sign up for the newsletter. And it's free. Getting that macro information like that to help you with your trades, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. I wish I was able to have that at the beginning of my trading career. But you have an opportunity. You have someone who actually cares to give you this information and share it with you at no charge. You should take full advantage of that. All right, so let's reassess this again. We have about 3 minutes until market opens. We are trading above midnight open right now, so we don't have an initial bias as of yet. But what I was thinking was we do have buy side liquidity that is sitting here resting right here at around 7,600. We do have this bearish order block that's right here, and this is on the 15-minute, right? So what are we looking for on today? Well, what we have is a reaction to, if you go up to the 1 hour, we're reacting off of this fair value gap that's here and what was created. And so as of right now, I'm not sure what we do. I don't know if we pull back yet. I'm waiting until market open to see, do we go ahead and pull back and break below midnight open and get the manipulated move going lower, sweeping London lows, or Asia lows. These will be Asia lows here. So we can mark this as Asia's low. Right? We could come and take Asia's low out, snatching up that liquidity and continue to move higher, right? Sweep Asia low. There's a possibility we could come here and use this as a target, but I don't, if we come in to sweep Asia's low, I'm not so sure we come back here to 75.38. I think we get a retracement here, sweep Asia low, and then we come back here taking out buy side. So a low resistance liquidity run, coming back to take out buy side. That could be into play as well. So we'll see. Market is now open. Let's get ready to trade. If you have an opportunity to put your bias in the chat, I would love to be able to hear what your bias is on today. What are you looking for? And what are you trading? All right, so we're going to drop down to the 15 minutes, see what we have here, what's happening. All right, market is staying above midnight open right now. Currently, drop down to 5 minutes. So here's where we just exercise a little bit of patience on today. We are in no hurry to engage into the markets. We are in no hurry to engage into the markets. We're going to be very patient here to see what we get. We did have a shift in market structure here. So it's looking like we're going to go take out buy side. We may be able to get 2 trades here, but I don't want to engage as of yet. If we do still take out buy side, I want to keep my original bias of the sweep on buy side and we coming back to take previous day low. That's what my initial bias is, and I may want to stick with that and not engage early on and just be patient. Because once we sweep buy side, we could come back and take out Asia's low, crack below midnight open, and hit a full TP here at previous day low. That would be beautiful. We knowing that this is our next liquidity pool level here, and we also have one at previous month that's a 76.48 too as well. So if we get continuance, like a continuation after we take out buy side, then obviously we will look for longs there. But by 10 o'clock, if we get a sweep here on buy side, I'm looking for Judas swing. So far, nothing has happened as of yet. And those of you who trade with me, what are we looking for here? There's something that we look for every day. What is it that we're looking for? That's what we're looking for. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Power of 3. Let's see if we can get that delivered here with us today. So the market is showing bearish. Look at the pullback of what's happening. Now we're below midnight open. Let's see how this plays itself out. We may be able to get in and get some of this short here. That could have been an entry for us there. We're just going to be patient. Imagine if we would have took that as an entry, getting that type of pullback. That would have been something we wouldn't like. So I was just trading a little bit of below midnight open. See if we can invert this fair value gap of what we have that's on the 1 minute right here. may be a slight entry for us.
Order filled.
We should have entered in on that fair value gap that was there, but I didn't trust it too much as of yet. So let's see if we just come here and take a sweep on Asia lows. We're not going to engage too much into this. We're going to be trading multiple accounts on today too as well. So we will be trading our legacy account on today. We could get a low level resistance liquidity run here. Get a sweep out on Asia low, possibly. Or may perhaps take this as a target here. Let's see. We will add to our positions. This is just us testing the waters. This is us testing the waters real quick. Nothing too serious. We're looking to add to our position. Probably here. But we're just going to wait and see. If we invert this fair value gap here, I'm cool with getting stopped out of this trade. We're just testing the waters to see if we could be able to take and sweep out Asia low. But the reaction off of this fair value gap here is kind of what's in play and what's determining our situation here. If we crack below the 50% level, you already know we're game. So let's see what the market gives us here though. I don't mind testing the waters here on this. And it looks like we're about to get stopped out.
Stop filled.
Okay, so there. in this little bit of a consolidation right here currently at the moment. What we should have done is put our stop a little bit below our bearish order block of what we had, but finding strong support at this 50% level here. So let's just be patient enough to see how this plays itself out. Nice bullish move there. If it creates a FVG for us, then we will be able to look for longs, because we are above 50% and midnight open. This fair value gap became worthless in a sense. It was almost as if it's like there's no need for it. So we see a manipulated move to the downside below midnight open. And we're trying to trend a little bit ahead here, but it's not as strong as I thought it would be, right? So in our mind, we would need this to happen in order for us to enter into longs. We would want to break above this level here. If we do get a break above that, then we could look for longs. But if it presents us another bearish fair value gap, then obviously we will look to probably want to take shorts below the 50% low. We could be early on, and get in early on it, but and one thing that I'm noticing is that trading views is very slow on data for some reason. Okay. This is still no reason. Like, I want to see a big, strong displacement candle giving us a bearish fair value gap, and then we probably enter into the trade there. But as of right now, I'm probably about to just choose to sit on my hands until we get some clear, until we have a clear enough idea as to what we're doing. I do know if we get strong displacement above this level here, then we're going to take longs. I do feel strong about that. but we're in this bearish order block that's here. This is where it begins to be a little bit tricky in the market. What could give us a better consensus? We need something to give us an advantage on today. So if the DXY is long, then best believe we're going to be short. We just need an entry. We just need an entry point. That's all. Stuck in this consolidation pattern of what's happening here. Nothing really too much. Once we get like strong displacement, then we will be able to find an entry. But as of right now, we have no entry. We could have entered here and had our stop there, and we would have been in the trade. But I think we could use, and this is a way of where we could think of this as like not gambling, right? Because you don't want to take a gamble on something of this type of feel. But if you could get strong displacement with a bearish fair value gap, you could enter into shorts. I would take that entry. But if it doesn't deliver, then I'm cool with just sitting on my hands and waiting, being patient. Okay, it's looking like we're getting strong displacement here. Give us an entry. Come on. Nope, the market's like, nope. Nope, not yet.
Order filled.
Okay, we're in it to win it. Let's add
Order
to our
filled.
position here. We're set our stop here. Let's modify our stop. Our stop will be here at this level. I wish we wouldn't have never got out of the trade the very first time when we had this, but it is what it is at this point. But obviously we know where our target point is and what we're looking for here. And I think it's going to deliver fully. So here we are approaching Asia low. So let's see. Y'all, my diet was so bad this morning. I had all wrong stuff. I had a piece of candy this morning. I'm eating a piece of candy now. Like, I have no idea. What's 95 plus 52? 147. The dollar has broken above the 50% level, so the dollar is showing itself very strong within this moment here, which means that we still have more pressure to the downside on S&P. So let's continue to hold our position here. Y'all, my diet is horrible this morning. We're now sweeping Asia low. Let's get a good sweep on Asia low. Look at that sweep on Asia low right there. that was just taken out. In my opinion, we probably should have took off like one contract, but because we got in this move a little bit late, we want to see a little bit more pressure to the downside. So with the dollar, what I'm looking at is for this next draw on liquidity of what's set to be here at around this level here. So at this level here at about 100.64 is what I'm looking for on the dollar. So we're moving to that, which gives me more of that feeling that, hey, we still have more momentum to be able to continue in these shorts here. I try to tell you all how powerful that dollar is, man. Just so that you can have an idea, right? Just so you can have an idea. There's a lot of sell pressure that's here at 159. Much more of a cooling period, but hey, let's just continue to see how this thing plays itself out here. Does it continue to pull itself back? Let's take a look at things on the 5-minute. Still hanging around Asia low here towards this liquidity. The next draw would be around here at 75.38. That's what I'm looking for, is that 75.38. Here on the DXY, you can see that it went right back into this fair value gap of what it has of what's here. Obviously, this break again below the 50% level, then to us that's more of a, hey, exit out of this. There may be opportunities to be starting to look for long since you had swept Asia low. I don't know how I feel on hanging my hat too much on that, right? That's just me. So we'll see here. Once we're able to hit around, I think that number was 147. Once we hit around 147, 150 or something on this particular trade here, I'm gonna go ahead and close this trade because I would have hit a profit target on today in this account, and so I will be moving to my legacy account, which is a $250,000 account. I will be moving there and trading that to try to catch the reversal going up for today. So this may be that manipulated move for us to be able to trade and take as of right now. But for full distribution, I may transfer over. So as the dollar remains strong, as like we said, coming back to this key level here at around 100.64, we still see bearish momentum that is sitting here on ES. So let's just see if this continues to play itself out the way that we want it. We want to see strong, fast movement below Asia low to give us more confirmation that, hey, these shorts are really going to be kicking in here. Sellers are really going to be kicking in. I don't necessarily want to move my stop. I do want to give it some breathing room. But if we do crack above that 50 again, uh, to me, it wouldn't be no point. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my stop here below this level and see if we could get this continuation push to the downside. We do know that we are bullish on the DXY. And it's looking very strong. It just hit that key level of 164. And you can see we're getting a continuous push to the downside as well. Now, do you see and understand why I said it's important to be able to grab this? I didn't lie to you all. All right, so let's see here if we can be able to get around that one. I'm looking for this to be able to hit, let's see. If we get around 150, we take off two. We take off two. We take off two. If we hit around like 160, 170, maybe crack like 200. If we crack 200 in this trade, I'll go ahead and close it out. There wouldn't be no reason for me to continue to be able to hold this because we were looking for about 147 to make out of this. So let's see how this plays itself out. All right, we're getting a little bit of a retracement back here around Asia lows. I want full displacement candle. Very strong on these shorts here. I'm not liking this at all. But I will exercise a certain level of patience here. You can see the DXY is showing itself very strong. That next area. Wow. We're just hanging around this Asia low here. Which may be that manipulated move. Wow. Still be a little bit patient here. I want to see candle closures below Asia low. If I could see candle closures below Asia low, then that'll make me feel really good about us moving towards that draw on liquidity that's a little bit below 75.38. 75.38 could be that initial target. There we go, 75.38. So I want to see full displacement below that and get some candle closures below Asia low just to feel more confident within this trade, right? Just to feel a little bit more confidence within this trade. So let's just be a little bit patient to see what we get here. being able to draw to this area again, this is where we want to start deciding, do we want to just go ahead and scale out a little bit of our positions and just allow a runner to run maybe at this point? Because we're about to hit our profit target for today if we can just get a full, good, strong displacement below this. And that's what I'm liking. I need good momentum. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going to scale out with about 2 here in just a minute. Not yet. Not quite. Got about 53 seconds until this candle closes here on the 5-minute chart. Us taking a look at it on the 1-minute chart, you can see where all that noise is of what, would have had you freaking out a little bit. But hey, it's all good. So let's just continue to exercise certain key levels of patience here. We want to see more momentum, downward momentum. We want to see more of that. This is exactly what I wanted to see here. There we go. Let's see a little bit more of this. Beautiful. That's what I wanted to see. There we go. This is the move of what we wanted. This is what we wanted to see here. Let's see if we could go a little bit lower. We're going to go ahead.
Order filled.
Come out of 2. And allow this runner to just run. And do his thing. We'll modify this to 1. And go ahead and start coming down to our key levels of what we have. Our first one would be here, a little bit above Asia Open. This is what we wanted to see. So this is beautiful. This is exactly what we wanted to see here. Oh.
Stop filled.
All right, so we got out of that because there was no reason for us to continue to hold on this one, right? No reason whatsoever. Let's go ahead and gather this information here and prepare ourselves for the reversal. So, congratulations to us on that. There was no need for us to be able to continue on within this trade because we was able to close an eval on that one, right? Nice and easy on an intraday. Close out an eval. We needed that. Oh, so what we were looking to do here was go to our authenticator. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. My mom is calling me.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, so my bad, y'all. That was my mom. So today is her birthday. Previous day low is looking to be taken out. I just did something stupid. I thought loans were getting ready to come in. And on the legacy account, that was the first thing that I went for was loans. So, hey, tell me to get it together without telling me to get it together. How do you tell me to get it together without actually telling me to get it together? Because within that moment, I was tripping. Big time. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do, y'all. Because this can be big. This can be big here. And I'm thinking that, it's best that I do this. And if that is the case, we're going tooth and nail for this. We're going tooth and nail for this. Y'all, we got two. We're going tooth and nail for this. I need this just as bad as what they say. A fat kid needing chocolate. So what I want to see here is that sweep of previous day low, right? Getting the draw on liquidity that's here. And then I want to see that reversal back to the 50% level, right? Pulling us back above Asia lows, and then perhaps maybe targeting midnight open. Or we go ahead and target and take out buy side liquidity, right? Like if we don't continue on with just shorts for the rest of the day. I do believe that reversal is going to come and give us that, but we just have to see. We're taking out this buy side here, in which I have no idea as to why I was just so foolish enough to do the complete opposite of that. So we have a breaking structure here. Let's see what we get. We're seeing a little bit of bullish momentum happening after we came down here to previous day low. Let's see. Could we just go ahead and just ease our way into this? But it inverts this fair value gap, so that's no good. So that's a no. Can't get that. Not like how we want it to. Okay, so one thing that is not happening that I want to happen is let's switch here. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to rock and roll. All right, so we might be getting our longs here. Let's see if we could get filled here. 20, 15 plus 15. 15 plus 15 is 30. So we could go 30 here. Y'all, we gotta be patient here though. We're just itching our way up. We're not necessarily getting that full displacement to be able to give us that entry of what we want. So let's just take our time here prior to us entering into this. But if we do get a chance, we're in there. We're gonna go about 30 contracts. Nope, not engaging yet. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Nope. So as we're sitting here waiting for loans, our loans to come in and kick in. I told y'all my diet has been horrible this morning. Quite horrible. But our book of the week here, we're back on it. Y'all know last year, Benjamin Graham with The Intelligent Investor has been one of our favorites. Let's see, man. It's looking like we want to reverse here. Let's see if we get that reversal. I just need a strong bullish candle to be able to give me clear reason to be able to take this trade. But no. The shorts are still in. Nothing has happened as of yet. Oh man. Now with this was our initial target right here, right? If you were to ask me and I go up here, Jeremy, where do we go from here? I honestly don't know what that next level could be from here. This is where I think perhaps we start to get the reversal after the sweep of previous day low. We find structure here and then start rallying back up. Yeah, I just wouldn't be able to. I definitely doubt we're going to like 74.09 today. There's no way we go there. We could possibly be headed towards that lower low at 74.79, but then again, I still don't believe that either. I'm looking for a retracement to happen here short. But as far as today is concerned, we do have our first trade in the books. All right, we are finding some support here. It seems around previous day low. Can we rally above this and create a little bit of displacement below that level? If we go to the 1 minute, I'll show you all. I want it above here. If I could get it above here, then I'm cool. So we got our first trade how we wanted it today. I'm very happy about that. It literally came to where we said our next draw was, which was previous day low. Boom. We got money in the bank there. Now we're getting ready to trade our legacy accounts. So this is about 500K a piece because I got two of these accounts. So, well, not a piece, 500K total. We have about 13,000 on our drawdown. So let's wait for a reversal here. I think I'm gonna trade about 30 contracts. So let's see what we get. I'm very patient with this. I did take an earlier on trade, but I was trying to long right there at that small little breather gap here. If I could spread this out for you all to be able to see better. Let me spread it out so you can see here. Pull this back. So here, I thought for some reason I had my screen like pulled down here, and I thought we had already swept previous day low. And I was like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and get ready for reversal. But obviously, we didn't sweep it fully as of yet. Now we've swept it fully. Now I'm getting ready for us to look for that reversal here to happen as we continue to create some level of support. If this just breaks down and breaks out of this completely, what would be the next target? I have no idea. I couldn't even tell you because it wouldn't make sense to do so, right? Like we're already in a deep discount. And if you come down to these lower lows here, that's 74.81. I don't think we get that low today. But who am I? You know, market makers have their own mindset. So we're just going to be patient to see what happens here. All right, so we fully tapped below previous day low. Even if we take a look at it on the 1 hour, see we have these lower lows here. So we'll see. You know, shorts may be in for today. We still have buy side sitting here. We fully broken below the 100% level, so now we could take off our fib. And this could possibly be the next target here of liquidity here at 74.92. 74.92 could be that next initial target. But we'll be patient enough to wait and see. I'm just not as strong with it. But to help give us a better idea, so you see we had this level marked here as where we was going to get that draw, and we got that, right? And took it out, and now we started to reverse back. Maybe we're reversing back to go even higher, right? If we were tracing back to go even higher, or if this fails already completely, then we could look for longs. But if this continues to go lower, reverses and go higher, then obviously we're gonna still be in shorts. So what I could do here is this. Just so that we could have an eye, you know. Just by us having an eye on it, it'll give us better reasoning. reversal may be in though. Still not strong enough for me to engage, although I want to. I kid you not. I'm just going to be patient though. Okay.
Order filled.
We're trading both accounts, so it's 15 contracts a piece. We are 30 contracts in total. So what I'm looking for here is, obviously we have our low that's in. And so what I'm seeing is I want to take my first initial target is 75.58. 75.58 would be my first initial target, and I would be looking to probably scale out at least 10, 5 contracts. We'll probably take out 5 contracts here. So that would be 10 contracts total and leave the rest running. Okay. So let's be a little bit patient here to see what we get on this reversal. We've been waiting and being patient. Let's see if the market can deliver. And we still have buy side that is resting above that bearish order block above previous week high. So if we were to crack above 50 with the remainder of what we have, that could be sweet. But we're just going to be patient enough to see what we get here. Just be a little bit patient. We have our stop put in place too as well. We don't want to be foolish. Patience is key here. So our first target, if this trade begins to pan itself out, will be 75.58 of what I'm looking for. And if we just continue full out, I'm looking at 75.87, and I will possibly leave like maybe 5 or so contracts to take out buy side liquidity if we're able to sweep that high. So it's just something to be a matter of just patience here, to see what we get. Again, like I said, the data is so slow for TradingView for some reason, because I have both of my accounts open and I'm using TradingView to be able to trade on. But when I see the data that's that's here on my Tradeovate, and then when I look at okay, when I look at TradingView, it's kind of like there's a delay within the sense, but you know. This is that strong, beautiful move that I like to see here. I just want to see a displacement above that key level of what we have. We've lost 50% of that initial move of what happened and took place with the dollar already. It has already retraced all the way back, which is very interesting, right? Once it took out that level and had a sweep, it just started pulling itself all the way back. Here we are here, still looking to be able to see if we can crack above 75.47 and start closing candles there. We did enter into this trade if, you know, I wanted to have displacement above 75.47, but because it presented our entry model, we went on ahead and entered into the trade, which could make you feel like you're a little bit early. But in my opinion, I'm like, hey, it is what it is. But what we want to see is candle closures above here at 75.47. If we could break above here and start closing candles above here, we could hit our first initial target at 75.58. So that's what I want to see. How are you all trading going on today? We secured our first win on today, so we're pretty good there. And also, man, I advise you all to go and get that newsletter. It's important that you get that newsletter, because that newsletter has been how we've been able to kill it. Okay, so we see the dollars reversing back here, caught at the 50% level, found some level of support and continuing higher. Here is what makes me feel like, should we hold? Because I feel like, you know, it's going to reverse and come back a little bit lower if the dollar continues with this strong bullish momentum here. We drop down to the 1 minute. We do have this top and tail candle though of what we've created, but I don't want to rush or anything. So let's just see what we get. Y'all, I told y'all my diet this morning has been like so horrible. See, and this is what I was talking about. It's kind of why I wanted that candle closure above 75.47, 75.48 to just give me a little bit more confidence, because as I watch the dollar, it's like the dollar's getting back stronger again. So that means indices could get weaker again. Mm-mm. So we're about 3 minutes away from 11 o'clock. You all see that my position, I'm going to still keep my position open. So once 11 o'clock hit, though, we will be ending the stream, because we can't have a moment like yesterday, right? Like yesterday, we literally was just, we held our position almost over 2 to 3 hours to be able to get that sweep of previous week high on yesterday. Crazy long stream, and we still didn't show the trade fully on stream. I had to post it on my Twitter account, and I posted it on TikTok um, as well, to show that the trade, was confirmed with execution marks and everything, so that you could be able to see how that trade played itself out. But we don't want the same thing today. So today, that's what I might be giving on today, is a little bit of the same thing of closing it here, but then sharing it with you all from a account, either my Twitter account or my TikTok account, or maybe perhaps both. But right now we're just up $675, $700 so far on the day, trading between both of our accounts. So we want to close the day out with around 1,500. I mean, but I would take, 2,000. Call it a day. We'll see. But I'm not liking how price action is moving here. I'm not liking it at all. And this is where I felt like I was in a little bit of a hurry, and I should have just waited until we got candle closures above this level here. And as you can see, we did not break it, and we're retracing back. Lesson learned. So it is 11 o'clock now. It's 11:01, and we're gonna go ahead and get close to ending the stream on today. Ending the stream on today. I was just paying attention to price real quick because there was something that I'm looking at, and I'm like, oh, if we could still get a pullback down on this dollar, man, like I'll feel a whole lot better of holding this position. But we'll see. One of those we'll see moments. Okay. So we're gonna continue to hold our position. And if anything happens out of this trade, right, I will be sure to share the information with you all on our Twitter space, on our TikTok space, so that you could be able to see. Those of you who are following, please put a W in the chat for today and how good we did today on taking those shorts. Please put a W in the chat for us on today. I think we deserve that, right? Don't we deserve that a little bit? Yeah, we do. So I appreciate you all. If there's anything that you need help with as far as trading, please don't be afraid to let me know. You can get in touch with me and I'll be willing to help. Y'all know how I am. So I appreciate you all. And we're going to continue to hold this trade and pay attention to this trade and see what we have. But in the meantime, in between time, stay blessed, stay focused on the grind and the task at hand, and continue to secure profits consistently. That should be your job and what should be your focus on today. Nothing other than that. All right? I'm out.